Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekwakadash. Just want to touch in real quick because I got a lot of texts, emails, responses from the numbers, the numbers post, right? I believe it's numbers 24 or whatnot. Matter of fact, let me just get that real quick. Well, how do we know Amalek is Esau, if you will, right? All right, so I'll just run back over it real quick. I believe it's number 24. It might be 22, so Salak if I'm wrong. All right, yeah, now here we go. All right, I'll just get straight to it. Verse 20, okay? Numbers chapter 24, verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he shall perish forever. Okay, we in the end times now. We're in the latter end. So that means what? That means that they're still around, right? We just have to bounce around. You know how we supposed to read the scriptures, right? How the Most High tells us that we should read the scriptures anyway, right? Line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, right? Isaiah chapter 28 and 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, meaning in perfect context. It's like a puzzle. You can't read this like a book, like a children in school right now. It don't work that way. So with the Amalek, I'm gonna just touch on the hot points and just kind of get straight to it. There's hundreds of verses we all could show, but I'm just trying to hop straight to it. Okay, so Amalek is the grandson of Esau. Don't be lazy. Just type that in Google. It'll take you straight in Genesis. Go through the lineage. Just get straight to it. Okay. So we'll start with I think it's 1 Samuel. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15. All right. We'll just go to verse 8. I'm gonna just hit the hot spots real quick, okay? All right. And I'm reading verse 8. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 8. And he took Agag or Agag, right? The king of the Amalekites. All right. I ain't gonna read the rest of that. I'm just gonna hit the hot spot. So Agag, the king of the Amaleks, right? King of the Amalekites. That's just like saying Pharaoh is the king of Egypt. Okay, you can use that as a title, but Amalek, this is gonna be Esau. That's his bloodline. It's Edom's bloodline. Okay, just because they keep changing names through history, don't mean that they not who they are. All right, and so that's 1 Samuel 15. Okay, verse 8. Now let's go to Esther. Okay, let's go to Esther. Let's go to chapter 3. All right. Matter of fact, right there, verse 1. All right. So Esther chapter 3, verse 1. Okay. After these things, the king, man, I'm reading this. Look, I'm cutting myself with this. All right. So I'm going to start over. Esther chapter 3, verse 1. After these things, the king Xerxes, yes, that's the same Xerxes that you see in them 300 movies. King of Persia, the Medes, etc. That's the same. It's worded different, but you know what? We'll get to that later. I'll touch on it later. Did King Xerxes promote Haman or Ammon, the son of Ammedatha, the Agagite. Okay, so keep Ammon, keep Hammedatha or Ammedatha, and the Agagite. Keep those names in mind. Okay, that's it. It's the same thing. Agagite, that's just the descendants, right? It's the same thing. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Apocrypha. Y'all who knew, whoever, if you don't know who the Apocrypha is, these same Romans, these same Greeks, these same heathens, Edomites, Amaleks, we've been at war with these people for centuries. They've been in our Bibles and out of our Bibles. They've been taking it, rearranging it, writing stuff in it, painting their images. They've been doing this for centuries. This is nothing new. We've been at war with these people, not just the so-called Atlantic slave trade, way before then. So Esther should have about 16 books. All right, let's go ahead and get that. Right? Matter of fact, let me just show you. All right, you see how this has Old Testament, New Testament. It's the Bible with the Apocrypha. Go to Google, type in Esther chapter 16 KJV, and it's gonna pop up. And then you look at the Bible you got in your hand and you wonder why these scriptures are not in there. Well, they took them out. They have no authority. Whoever they is, you're going to find out who they is. This is why we're showing y'all who these people are. Because you're going to find out. Well, let's just get to it. Let's go to Esther. All right. Right there, additions to Esther. Let's go to Esther chapter 16. Okay, now keep in mind, I'm going to go back to even what I just had up. Okay. Esther chapter 3, verse 1. You see that? Haman, the son of Amadatha, or Hamadatha, however you want to pronounce it, the Agagite. That's Esther chapter 3. Let's go to Esther chapter 16, verse 10, right there. Let me go back. Verse 10. For Aman, the Macedonian, the son of Amadatha, I'm going to just pause right there. So Aman, he called them, you see how they didn't say Agagite, but they said the Macedonian, right? The son of Amadatha, okay? It's the same person. I'm back at Esther 3, verse 1. These are the same people. This is just later on down the line as you know, prophecy unfolds, if you will. Okay? All right. Matter of fact, let's get a cut on that. Just because I said I was in Esther. Okay. Look. Xerxes, right? The same one from 300 that you see in the movies with Leonidas and all of that. Right? Let's click on it. Xerxes. Okay? Let's get the context of that. Look at that. Where it says, let's get this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Right? A title of the king of Persia, probably Xerxes. Right? And it is no probably. It's who he is. This is exactly who he is. Look. This is exactly who he is. Xerxes. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that. Look, for context, let's get that.
Let me guess. You must be Xerxes.
I mean, you see, they put it right in your face. Okay, so for just to get into that for context, so when we say Queen Esther, she was forced to be his wife. You don't hear about no other queens in Israel. No, because like the Most High said, the leader of his flock are men. So when we say Queen Esther, and now everybody going around and say Queen, no, she was forced to be, the guy just, she was forced to be Xerxes' wife. Now, off topic, let's get back. So Aman, Hamadatha, the Agagite, okay? Okay, so cool. So we know who this bloodline is up to date so far, okay? Matter of fact, let's go to Acts because we just read, let's go back. We just read in verse 10 of chapter 16 of Esther, for Aman, right, the Macedonian, the son of Amadatha. Let me show you, they know what's going on. This is why they took this out, because it gives context of who Paul and the disciples are talking to. Because we were in Greece, Persia, Rome so long under captivity, we start calling ourselves Greeks. We start calling ourselves that. Let's go to Acts chapter 27. Let's see if it pull up. Look, okay, look right here. Verse 2, right? Verse 2, right there, right? Bottom of verse 2. I'm hitting straight to the hot points, right? Right? Straight to it. You see it, same thing. Macedonian of Thessalonica, right? Which is, Thessalonians, etc. They know exactly where we were. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go back to the Apocrypha. This is some of the stuff that they took out. So keep those names in mind. So we know that the Macedonians, right? Or the Macedonians, we know that they Agagites, we know that they Amalek. In other words, we know that they Esau, because that's his bloodline, because Amalek is Esau's grandson. So we went from Amalek, they start naming his children, right? They start naming Aman, right? Son of Hamadatha. They call him the Macedonian. They call him the Agagite. These are these people. Keep in mind, Macedonian, or you might look at it and see it Macedonian, but it's Macedonian, right? If we're reading it back. Now let's go to First Maccabees, okay? This is in the Apocrypha, what they took out. This gives context of who Paul was talking to when he's saying there's no difference between Greek nor Jew. He was talking about our Hebrew brothers who were still in Greek slavery. He wasn't talking about the Greeks that we know today. So I'm going to show you who the Greeks are that we're talking about with Amalek and the Amalekites. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. All right. And it happened that after that, Alexander the Great. See, we know who they are, right? That Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian. You see that? Who came out of the land of Chittim and smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and Medes, right? That he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, right? And he made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of earth. This is in their bloodline. This is why the Americans, the Edomites, whatever you want to call them, everybody, they go around and conquer the entire globe, right? Let's get there. So keep in mind, Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian. This is Esau's bloodline. Matter of fact, let's get some more of that. Let's get some more of how they are. All right, this is from the movie Alexander, came out in 2004 with Colin Farrell. We're going to get to some points. Okay, so this is right before King Philip got killed, right? Let's get to it. Right here. Now, it shows Esau, the natural homosexual. So, this is when Philip got killed. The dude, that's supposed to be Alexander the Great you're looking at right now. Philip got killed, but remember, Esau, the natural homosexual. So this is what's going on. Yeah, they raping that little boy. That's King Philip raping that boy. Then they pass him along, and all the rest of them getting a turn. See, they passed him along, so all the rest getting a turn. This is what they was doing when they built gymnasiums. They had Israelites in there bathing them and fornicating with them. This is why the Roman Catholic Christian Church, they keep fondling little boys. Their kings did it. This is in their bloodline. It's natural. This is why I said they're natural beasts. They're natural. Okay, let's keep going. So that same little boy right there, right? That boy ended up killing Philip. This is what's happening right here. Okay? So the boy he raped killed Philip. Let me speed it up because I ain't trying to look at that all day. All right? So now watch this. Let's keep going. That's them killing the little boy that he raped. Alexander, son of Philip. Let's go back to First Maccabees chapter 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, but they teach you in school, Alexander the Great, the Greek, and the Greece, and then Rome, and then Julius Caesar. These are all the same people. They just changed their names. They all the same people. It's literally nothing new. So this is who they are. So now we know that they bloodline, right? We know who their bloodline is. Okay. Now let's go to what Christ said. Okay. So it's not over. Let's go to what Christ said. Hopefully I'll wrap this up soon. Let's go to Revelations chapter 12. We'll start at verse 1. I'll read through, right? And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. I'm paraphrasing. I'm getting straight to it. Those 12 stars represents the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. This is why I don't argue with people when they say, why do Israelites and why do some of y'all say the goddamn devil and why y'all say this, et cetera, et cetera. This is them saying, behold, a great red dragon. That's where they get that from. They letting you know, hey, behold, nigga, this is the devil. That's what they trying to tell you. Okay? I'm going to skip forward. Go to verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven. Okay? So we just said those stars represent the 12 tribes. They cast us into slavery. That's what it's talking about, right? And did cast them to the earth, right? That's what it means. They did put us in slavery. So these people, or this dragon, this damn devil, they cast a third of the stars into slavery. Okay, and the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So whoever this nation is and these people are, they're gonna be standing before the woman. That's Jerusalem. That's also Mary, ready to kill the child before it was born. So this is quick, precept and precept. We can just go to Matthew 2. Christians should know this by heart. Now just bounce through. Then Herod, right? So we'll just click on Herod. We'll just see who Herod is. Okay. Herod. Okay. Herod was son of Antipater of, right? That's Edom. It says Idumea. That's Edom. That's the Edomites. They the Romans, they the Greeks, etc. So the scriptures, Christ himself called them a nation of devils. They are devils. They don't say, well, if any of them would be cool with us and if they do this, no, they're devils. All right, let's go back though. Right? So Herod, I'll start at verse 7. Matthew chapter 2, verse 7. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. Same star that we just read about, because it was talking about Yahushua, right? I'm gonna just skip down to 13 because y'all can just read through. I'm trying to hit the hot spots, right? And when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. No Macedonians, no Amaleks, no Edomites, no Grecians, no Rome. They couldn't go into Egypt and stay. They're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. It's gonna stick out, right? This is how you know also we were the Hebrews. So flee into Egypt and be there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him, like we just read in Revelations chapter 12. We just read that, right? We just read that in verse 3, right? The great red dragon, right? So it was Herod and his nation is talking about a bloodline as well. That's one of the reasons why the Most High, Christ, the prophets, disciples, everybody say they are the devil the Bible speaks about, because the Bible says so. Okay. Furthermore, let's go back to it. Matthew chapter 2, right? Let's get down to look at verse 16. Then Herod, the Edomite, right? Idumea, the Amalek, the Macedonian, same thing, same bloodline. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under. This man went out and killed toddlers. He went out and killed babies. You know what? Kill them all. So in the last post, somebody was in my inbox and was like, the angels ain't going to do that. So you got to understand the bloodline, what's in these people. So let's go get that. I think that's in the book of Psalms. I have to go Psalms chapter 137. I think it's 137. It's a lot if I'm wrong. I think it's Psalms 137. Let's check. So when I said something about the angels and how they going to play curveball, you got to understand what they have always done and tried to do. Casting our babies off the top of the castles and all that. It's called judgment. Psalms 137 and 7, right? Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom. That's why he called them the children of them. He's saying you remember their whole bloodline, right? Remember their whole bloodline. That's what he's saying. Remember those, except for those who trying to keep the commandments, or except for those who believe. No, it's an eye for an eye. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, burn it, even unto the foundation thereof. Meaning you burn all this shit down. O daughter of Babylon. So Amalek's, Edom, Esau's, their latter end, what we read in Numbers chapter 24, in verse 20, their latter end is going to be in Babylon, meaning where you are today. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. they're going to get rewarded double fold what they have done to us. Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So the angels, the elect, etc., they're going to take their children 2 years and younger, like they did us, and they're going to play curveball with it. And like Isaiah said in chapter 13, if you try to stop it, right? In other words, if you cooning, if you will, well, my coworker cool. If you try to stop it, they're going to be dribbling their babies like Michael Jordan between the legs. And if you try to jump in and play defense, they're going to thrust you through. Does not matter. It don't matter what we feel. This is what's going on. It don't matter if you understand. It don't matter if you say, I don't believe that's going to happen. It don't matter. That's fine. That ain't going to stop it from happening. Our ancestors didn't think they was finna go into slavery. But when that yoke of iron and that first baby got cut out that first woman's stomach, I bet they ass believed in. So with that, hopefully the elect has been edified. Until the next time, most high willing, shalom.